the for loop we have, in that same way we have while loop also. Okay, so then how the while loop initialization will takes place and how the incrementing of that while loop is takes place and where should be the condition. So like we have seen in the for loop, okay, we have expression 1, so that is to be initialization. So expression 2, that is to be testing the condition. Expression 3, so that is to be incrementing or decrementing value updation. So like the above for loop, here also in the while loop also, while inside that the syntax we have expression 2. That means what is the expression 2 here? The condition to be evaluated. Okay, based on the condition only the block of code should be evaluated. So now here inside that whatever the statements you want to execute, that statement should be written. And at last, so what is our third priority, last priority? Expression 3. So expression 3, that means any updatable values. Then where should be the initialization? How we have removed this expression and we have added in the top, no? So like that only we have expression 1. Okay, the expression 1 should be initialization and expression 2 should be the value condition to be evaluated, and expression 3, so that should be incrementing or decrementing value updates. Or else I can say any statements, I can say expression 4. Okay, the order is like expression 1 and condition to be evaluated, the statements are going to be executed, and then value will be updated. Same thing how the functionality of for loop that will be happened. Now I want to print same thing 10 console logs. What happened? I'm going to take where some I equal to 1 I am taking. Initialization is done. Same thing second condition, so I is less than or equal to 10 I am taking. So if that returns true, so then I have to print one log. That log should be whatever the string I want to take, that string welcome message. And expression 3, same how you are going to increment the value, so that will be incremented. Okay, so now what happened here? Same way first value initialization is happened. Okay, value initialization is happened. So just I'm taking only 5. I'm taking 5 here. Okay, so whenever I'm taking the 5, so just for 5 iterations only, 1 to 5 I'm going to iterate. Okay, just blindly compiling it and executing it. Welcome, welcome, welcome 5 times will be printed. Now what happened here? First I value will be initialized and condition is evaluated. The block of in a sequential manner it's going to be executed. So until unless fifth statement, so if once I value is become 6, I value is always incrementing in the for loop how it's going to be. Okay, so at the 6th time, so whenever the console while condition to be tested false, so at that time the data whatever the cursor, so the compilations will come out of this loop and whatever the values it should be printed. Okay, suppose I'm taking here one log. Okay, log I am taking. So in that log, so outside loop I have taken. In that log outside loop, see 5 times it should be printed the welcome message. Okay, and outside the loop for 6th time it will be printed. Here rather giving this welcome, just I am printing I value only. I value only I am printing here. So what happened this time also? So the I value initial value is 5. 1, so 1 is tested with the 5, 1 is less than or equal to 5. If this returns true, the block of statements will be executed. So in this block, so what we have here, so the console log, so the log should be, so log of I value will be printed, and see here, so that will be printed how the for loop is printed. 1 to 5 will be printed. After completion of all the loop, the outside the loop value will be printed. Okay, so now if I give that I, okay, what will be the I value here outside console? Outside loop I am taking. Okay, So outside loop will be completed, printed once the after completion of while loop. Okay. See here, first 1 to 5, the values are printed in an iterating manner. Now 6 outside loop, 6 value will be printed. You might have get a doubt. So because the loop is iterating 5 times only, how should become I value is 6 here? Okay. See, whenever the initialization part will be happened, okay, I'm taking here first I value, output of I value. First I value is equal to 1. Okay. Next I less than or equal to 5. And next I value should be incremented. Okay. So what is the first case actually? I value is 1 now. So 1 will be taken. The condition I value is what here? So I'm taking 1. The condition is to be tested. So whether I is less than or equal to 5 or not, that means 1 is less than or equal to 5 to be tested. If it returns true, so then the block of statements will be printed. The block of statements are what here? So here I value will be printed. So I value is what here? So the output I'm taking here. Okay, first time output will be, just wait, here only I'm taking the output. First time output will be 1. Okay, so then value will be incremented. Once the value got incremented, so then I value so is become 2. This means 1 plus plus. Okay, then in the next iteration time I value is become 2. So now it will check for the condition. So that means 2 is less than or equal to 5. The condition returns true. If the condition returns true, then whatever the block of statements are going to be executed, that means I value, second time I value is 2. Okay, so like that till the 5 it will be happen. Okay, so now what will happen here? So 5 is less than or equal to 5. So then if this condition returns true at the time, so this log will be happen. So once this log is printed, that means I value is at the 5th time 5 will be printed, because 1 to 5 it should be printed. No, after that what happened? As usual I value will get increased. So that means here 5 plus 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 plus, that means I value will become 6. The next iteration what will happen? I value will become 6. Then again what is the I value here now? I equal to 6. Okay, so I equal to 6. So if that is the case, what will happen? If I equal to 6, that is the case, what will happen? It will check for the condition I is less than or equal to 5. That means this condition returns false. Now whatever the value I contains 6 only. Now this condition returns false. If once this condition returns false, it won't enter into the loop. Okay, it won't print that 6. Here only the condition terminates because it's returning false. After that immediately it will coming out of the loop, and then it will simply printing the console. While printing this console, what is the last value I holding? 6 only. So because after incrementing the I value after 5 only, it's got false at the time only. So this value will become 6. Okay, if you have given 5 less than or equal to 5, then only it's going to 6. Okay, if you are not giving like that, so less than, so even 4th time whenever the I value comes to 5, at the time only it's got fail. Then whatever the last value it should contain, that will be the 5 only. So because loop iterates only 4 times, because we have reduced this one number of iteration. Now the loop value is 5, like this. Okay, so that is what actually happened here. Okay, this is how the while loop will be evaluated. Okay, so in the similar manner, okay, so whatever the control statements, whatever the looping statement we have given, those are also looping statements are classified into 2 types. One is entry controlled loop and another one is exit controlled loop. So what is entry controlled loop means? Whenever we are using the for, okay, so whenever we are using the for here, the for is also having condition at entry level only. Okay, sorry, what happened here? Okay, for loop is having condition at entry level only. So first it will take the initialization, after that immediately so the condition should be evaluated. That is entry level only. Before going to enter into the for loop, the condition should be evaluated at first only. Okay, that's why this is also called an entry controlled loop. These are control statements, right? So which we are going to control the execution order. So here also, while also, before going to enter into the loop, so the condition should be evaluated. Okay, so this is also called what? Entry control loop. And now coming to the do while. So do while syntax is like this: do, loop is executed, okay, some statements, okay, value updation. So that means I can give it like this. Okay, statements we can call it as expression4. Okay, initialization, how we are using the expression1 in the do while loop. So and third one is like expression3. Okay, that means a value updation here. And finally here we have while. Okay, while whatever the condition would be checked here, expression 2. See, there are 3 expressions. Expression 1, value initialization, that means where I equal to 1. Then do. Expression 2, just simply I'm expression 4, I'm taking one log here, just I'm printing the value. Expression 3, I'm taking one updatable value. Now what is expression 2? The condition I is less than or equal to some 5. So that's it, only syntactical differences. Okay, but how this is going to be executed? First do, that means whether you are checking the condition or not, it's not a matter. First it will take the initial value, expression 1, then do. Do means the block of statements are going to be executed. Do, that means even though it's not checking the condition, the block of statements are executed. Okay, so after execution the value will become already 2 because value will be incremented. So then after, so the condition is to be evaluated. Okay, see what will be happening here. Even though if you're executing this one also, you will get the result is same like previous case only. Okay, but what happened in the previous case, if even first condition met false, suppose I'm taking like this. Okay, so I have taken this one, I is less than 1. Okay, I is less than 1, I have taken 1 is printed. Okay, same condition if I apply in the while. Okay, while loop I'm taking, suppose I'm just commenting all these things, same thing I'm applying. Okay, so where I equal to 1, expression 1. So see here, I is less than 1, I'm taking here. Okay, one console log I'm printing here, I value. Okay, inside that incrementing value printed. Okay, even though if you are taking for loop and while loop, that will be gives the result as same. Just I'm printing now while loop, rather giving that. So before that same conditions applied, same structure except do while. So here what I'm going to do, so I'm just printing this. So what will be happen? Nothing will be printed. If the same logic, same condition if I applied here, okay, so 1 should be the printed value. 1 is printed now. Okay, so you may have a doubt. So whenever we are using the for loop, okay, for loop if you are using by using the same conditions, I equal to 1, I less than or I less than 1. So same condition, I plus plus I have taken. So this one I have taken. Okay, so now what happened? I'm just giving one log here. Okay, that log will print the value of I. Okay, so now what happened? Okay, now what happened here? So if I give like this, okay, even though this is a do while, okay, I'm just printing it. When I'm giving like this, nothing will be printed. For loop and for while loop, it won't evaluated for the first time. That means at entry time only, it will check the condition. If condition gets false, it won't be giving as a result. Now, so this one won't happen like this. First I value is initialized, I value is printed, obviously first thing. I value is printed first. That means 1 is printed. If this incremented, I value is become here what? I value is become 2. Without checking the condition also, I value is become 2. So now if I give the condition like this, so it won't check whether the condition is satisfied or not with the I value, initial value. So that means 1 is less than 5 or not, it won't be checking. Okay, it will take the incremented value, and less than 5 it will be checking. So that is only the difference. So if you give like this, same result will be coming as a previous case. Okay, so now what will be the result? See here, so 1 2 3 4 will be printed here. So in this case, what will happen? So while and do while for loop, all will be returning so true only. So except one thing, actually while is an entry control loop and for is an entry control loop. Only do while is exit control loop, because this loop, while executing this loop, while exiting this loop, suppose if you want to add this log here also you can add. So whatever the same procedure we have applied previously, that will be applied here. So here, but the condition is evaluated so at the exit time of a loop here, so not included in this. First it will do the operation, then only it will check the condition. Okay, this is only the difference between the while and do while, but for you know already. Okay, at least one time should be evaluated this while do while loop, but whereas for and do while, so it won't execute it until unless the condition should get returns true. Okay, this is only